Hey people, still no power here. I'm running off a generator. Power company told me I'm beat. They said my transformer's too old, so everybody else has got power but me. But I'm gonna prove to you that real quick that the Greek has twisted this story from the original Hebrew, and they changed the color of the rainbow, and I'm gonna prove to you that Noah didn't live 950 years. So let me just jump right in and show you that the story of this flood was bullshit. And it come right out of God's mouth here. And I established my covenant with you, and never shall be cut off all flesh again by the waters of the flood. And never shall there be again from bullshit. From B-U-L-L-S-H-T. From bullshit. And you can see it again down here in 15. And them is of bullshit. And that's what sailors do. They tell some stories when they get to port about the seas that they had traveled over. That was some bullshit. So this was first written in Old Rebus language. And so this would be two pictures, and it would change up. But this is of Embl, and you see this in my emblem of Embl of Lashet, of the Embl of Lashet. And it's rebus like this. It's all yeah, and sometimes they have to take a picture and then add letters to it, and sometimes they have to subtract letters from it. An emblem of a lashet. A lashet was probably an old rope tying two things together. It was lashed, lash it down. Of Embl of Lashet. And so you could draw this with one picture of the Embl of Lashet, the emblem of Lashet. They would have symbols that replace, two letters, the MD and the D and then the W. And they would have symbols that replaced three letters. One of them, is HPR. And they had some that would replace 4, 5, and 6 letters. And so people would look at this, and some people would get one meaning, from looking at the pictures. And then people that thought they could read, they would get something else. They thought they was a little smarter. But then there was another class of people that knew the entirety of the language to read it all three ways. Some people would read this and they would think it meant wine or beer, but the priest class read this and they knew it meant never. Ooh, don't never do that. So the people that didn't understand the punctuation, they're reading this in God, this the sign of the covenant which I make between, and this is the Brit, the BRITAS, ASH, the British reign of the covenant which I make, of the British reign, not in. Not in is the not in, the giving is usually what they say not in means. But yeah, the covenant is the Brit. Brit is in writ. And so with the punctuation, the British actually raise the Brit raise RSA, and then backwards and forwards, in any, not in. And as to this rainbow here, the rainbow is the fist. They say bow is fist, but it's because they were describing a picture where in the fist was a bow. And so it's two, and it has a hyphen here, so it reads backwards and forwards. To its fist in tight bond white, W-E-I-T-E, the white of out in writ, the Brit. Benny, this is use the sun, the word for sons. You know, they give everything with a BN in it, the meaning son. But this is your Australian word for your son, your Benny. The son to Vin, V-I-N. The son of in, U-V-I-N. The son of in hears. And them is of 'em bullshit colors. Reach backwards and forwards. K-L-R-S. The colors ensure. Of 'em bullshit colors ensure. And will they eye ye owed from bullshit hears. E-A-R-X. The E, they usually give it the H-E, he, H-E-A-R-X. From the bullshit hears. So this is written by white nationalists, you know, to its fist in tight bond. Bond means good. The good ship, the bond, the good, the bond white of out in writ. The Benny, the sons of in hears. And so you know the tight fist, in its fist, in to its fist in tight. You know, a black fist up is black power. Well, this is a white fist. This is white power is what it's talking about. And this here for the sign is of aught, A-U-T. And aught means nothing. It means a decimal point. It means zero. And so this gives me a big clue here, you know, of aught is correcting. Of aught, O-U-G-H-T. And the Spanish would be the dibber. And so that's also given the word. So now I know that when it says dibber, it means a correction. You know, that when the old word needs a change, a dibber. But this word ought is used for the hundreds, and it comes from this wit, the ought, O-U-T. And so this is where it originates, is the smallest part of iota. So iota is this letter I, and so the smallest part of it is that little dot on side. The smallest part of iota is the decimal. You know, it's meaning to zero, decimal. Depending on which side of the decimal you're working on is the amount. So down here when it's talking about, so were all the days of Noah 900 years and 50 years and he died. So this word is mot, from ought. And so this word hundreds, they have a bunch of different words meaning 100 here. But this one even is 3 different ways. This is just M-A-T, from at. And that means in your singles column, from at. This isn't hundreds. And this is from ought, you know, from zero. And then sometimes you'll see it almost the same, but it'll have a hyphen in front of it. And so now it reads to from ought, you know, like double ought buck. But now you have 2 zeros in front of it. Now it means hundreds. Only when it has this tack in front of it does it mean hundreds. Without the tack, it means tens. And so, you know, people say, but all the numbers add up. Well, no, they don't, because they have many different words meaning all these numbers, and they don't understand the difference between from the digits and from the tens and from the hundreds. But this one doesn't have the hyphen, and this is just from ought. This is 10, 90, not 900. Noah, and all the days of Noah was 90. Noah didn't live 900 years. So this story of Noah, I showed before where in the story of Genesis, it's explaining this astrology chart in the first story of Genesis. And then later on, as time went on, the astrology got off. It changes, 1 degree every 72 years. And it's just got off. And so where they had drawn the picture of the boat, in the sky with the 12 ribs, it says, where you key rib, rot had from. It was rotten where the ribs keyed in, and they had to change the astrology. And so all this story of Noah is actually a story of changing the astrology. Everything had to be shifted over. The astrology wasn't working out anymore. So if you look into these numbers, you'll see the signs that go with them. The sign for 90 is Mercury, and it's the X, the Tazadi, and the sign for Virgo is the 10, the I, J, or Y, the Yod, and the sign for 50 is this picture of a Ot and at the sunrise. You're looking at the sunrise. This is the point, that you get the mark from. Whatever stars the sun is in, your sign comes from this point. And that's the sun. The mark of the sunrise is your sign of 50. And then over here in the wall told it, being the time on it'll tell where the new astrology matches up with all the suns. It'll tell what moved where. And then the Bing of Japhet, the Bing, the mark of time, make put Gomer. Gomer is the foot, to lift from first. Connect from connect from Gog, and from Dai to June, Jun, to June. What Valum Shack. If everybody says that, no, that's Japhet, that's the sons of Japhet, that's a crock. They don't even know. Because you see right back here in Genesis 9, the same word, Japhet, J-P-T, means may enlarge. And then of Japhet here, they give Japhet, L-I-P-T. To make put from Yel of Japhet, the lie put. To make put, and from Yel, that's the backbone of the sky. To make put from the backbone, the lie put, whose skin. And they usually give this word the meaning, and got drunk, the whisking. Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. I hear my generator sputtering out there. My lights is getting dim. Let me go out there and fuel it up. And I probably have to get a little busy. I got some holes in the roof to fix in several roofs, and a couple of customers called me. I got some things I got to do. And as soon as these roads clear up, I'll be out there getting it. Alright, good day.